Hi guys, welcome to today's lesson on multiplying fractions. Now in my opinion this is a little bit easier than adding and subtracting fractions, which we have done in the past. You can find those videos on the OneNote as well, but for today we are just looking at multiplying. So let's get started with an example. Say we had 1/4 and we wanted to times that by 2/5. Now with multiplying, it doesn't actually matter what the numerators and denominators are. It doesn't matter if they're the same or different. We do it the same way regardless. And the way we do that is quite simple. All we do is we multiply the numerators across and we multiply the denominators across. So that's the top numbers and the bottom numbers. And what we end up getting is 1 times 2 over 4 times 5. And then very simply what we do is we solve for the top and the bottom. 1 times 2 is 2, 4 times 5 is 20. Now when we reach this point, what we can then do is simplify this fraction, and we actually need to do that. So we need to figure out what number can we divide 2 and 20 by. And if you think about it, that number is just 2. So what we do is we divide the numerator by 2 and we divide the denominator by 2, because it's always very important that what we do to the top, we have to also do to the bottom. Okay, so 2 divided 2, we get back to 1, and 20 divided 2, we get back to 10. So our final answer for this multiplication is 1 over 10. Okay, so what we have now are 2 more worked examples for you guys to work through on your own in your book. So if you would like to, you can pause this video now and jump ahead and give these 2 a go yourself. Otherwise, I am about to start working through these on the board for you. So let's look at this first question. We have 1/3 times 2/7. As usual with multiplying fractions, our very first step is to multiply the numerators across and the denominators across. So our first bit of working out is going to be 1 times 2 over 3 times 7, just like that. And then we just solve the numerator and denominator. So 1 times 2 will just be 2, and 3 times 7 will be 21. Now with this particular answer, we can't simplify this any further. There's no number that you can divide 2 and 21 by evenly, so we can just leave that as 2 over 21. That is your final answer. For the second question, we have 2/3 times 3/4. Again, the very first step is quite simple. 2 times 3 and 3 times 4. When we solve for top and bottom, we end up with 6 over 12. And just remember, our final step for this one is to figure out what can we divide 6 and 12 by, and the largest number is 6. So you could divide by 2, then you would end up with 3 over 6, and then you would divide by 3 again, and you would get 1 over 2. So by choosing the largest number possible, you are saving yourself that extra line of working out. So we found out that we could divide them both by 6, so we do that straight away, and our final answer will be 1 over 2. And that's the simplest type of fraction that you can get from this question. So our final answer is 1 over 2.